Thank you for joining us today for the launch of the Western Australian Biodiversity Science Institute's new Biodiversity Knowledge Priorities report. In opening today, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land that we meet on. Here where I'm presenting from in Perth, the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation, and we extend our respects to the traditional owners of all the lands on which we work and live. It's very important for those of us working in this environmental space and trying to understand biodiversity knowledge priorities to be very cognizant of the long history of management that traditional peoples have had on this land, and we pay respect to their elders, past and present. WABSI, the West Australian Biodiversity Science Institute, is a joint venture partnership of research organisations, universities within the state and CSIRO with government departments focusing on the biodiversity of this state. We are a collaborative mechanism. We try to bring together the streams of research, management, action on the ground, understanding from industry and community of their needs to facilitate really important and end user focused, so relevant research. We lead in that complex space where more than one partner, more than one challenge, more than one solution all overlap. And we exist to facilitate that collaboration across sectors, across challenges, and across knowledge priorities for a sustainable future. To help us with that, we set out to develop an update of our research priorities, or seek the emerging priorities for our end users across state government, industry, community, and the research community, looking at challenges for the next decade. That consultation was with more than 50 organisations across a broad spectrum here within the state of Western Australia. Our aim is to identify the key emerging challenges where WABSI can help facilitate action. Among those challenges, there are some global drivers of change that really impinge on the local context. The increasing importance of ESG, environmental and social governance, for both industry and government, the challenges of the overlapping biodiversity and carbon markets, the challenges created by commitments made for a net zero future or a nature positive future, or 30 by 30. These challenges all require action, and that action requires knowledge. How can we ensure that WA is positioned to respond? Well, we need to help develop that knowledge base for better decisions. That knowledge base for better decisions comes from collaboration across government, industry, community, and research. It's essential to bring those streams of thinking together to get more informed decision making and boost the environmental outcomes and sustainable future of our state. WA has a strong track record in this space and is seen nationally and in fact internationally as a leader in many areas. If you take some of the examples that WABSI has been involved in with the digital transformation in information management, the state is seen very strongly in this context where biodiversity data is becoming available to inform decisions in a way which is transparent and makes the best use of data from many existing streams. We have a well-developed restoration sector with our resource-based industries having led the way in mine site rehabilitation, and that knowledge transferring across into other forms of landscape rehabilitation and restoration. So we can position WA as a global leader. We can position WA to lead the way, and we can learn lessons to apply more broadly. Across our consultation, WABSI has identified some key scientific questions within the Knowledge Priorities document. This report highlights the need to increase our understanding in these key areas, and these will form the basis of priority research themes. Many of these are recognizable from the ongoing work of WABSI and our partners in areas such as cumulative impact, biodiversity measurement, and restoration. We also will see the emergence of new research themes as we address these key areas. So what's next? We need to ensure that we, as WABSI, facilitate this position of WA to strongly respond to the challenges we face. Just identifying a challenge doesn't go far enough. Identifying the challenge is the springboard to then bringing together scientists and end users for cross-sector collaboration, bringing that focus onto the key questions that are presented from the end users and bringing the best scientific knowledge to those challenges. We will develop research programs to target the needs of end users with the skills of our research community. In that way, over the next decade, WABSI will continue to enable the growth of understanding of the immense biodiversity within this state and ensure that we support the development and ongoing growth of a sustainable future for the state. The report will be available for you to download at the link on your screen, and I encourage you to take a look at this document, consider how it impacts on your world, in government, in industry, in the community, as a researcher. Where you have areas of interest, do reach out to us at WABSI and join us on this journey to answer the biodiversity knowledge priorities for our state. Thank you again for joining us today.